It is morning time, and all I have is this right here. Ready for my breakfast and eggs.
Yeah, there.
Let's get into it, man. Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cause We Geeked. We encourage you to stay geeked. Listen, man, this is a man that ain't afraid of no ghost. Here's your boy, Real.
It's your boy Will.
Yes, sir. You guys already know, man. Look, we got an interesting one for y'all today. Got a couple of little tidbits to hit on here, man. Something that people been talking about for like at least a week. And then we got some like major news, man, that's affecting Hollywood that we got to talk about too, man. It's affecting it in a major way. I just saw another director kind of talking about it too, so we got to get into it, man. You ready to do it, cuz?
Yeah, man, let's do this thing.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and pop this up here real quick. Of course, y'all know, man, we got a lot to talk about here. This is all via comicbook.com. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. First up, man, let's talk about this news here, cuz the Superman Legacy casting news, man. So as you see right here, man, we got some new news that just dropped. Just casted three new superheroes here, man, for the Superman Legacy movie. So
Yeah.
let's go down here. Of course, man, you got Hawk Girl herself, the young lady who played Dora Explorer. I know a lot of people kind of upset, man, that she was playing Hawk Girl. I think she's still like a little girl. Like, nah, she's an adult now. She's 21 years old, so
Yeah.
she's a legit adult. Plus, man, listen, you got the man who played Darwin in X-Men First Class playing
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific. And I think this one right here is my cousin's favorite part. I think it's one that everybody's buzzing about right here because Nathan Fillion playing the Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, man. That's
Yeah.
what's funny, man. I was sitting there, I was talking to my wife about this, and I was like, man, they've both been wanting Nathan Fillion to play the Green Lantern for like 815 years, man.
Yeah.
I ain't playing the Green Lantern, but he's playing the Green Lantern. I don't think anybody expected him to play, but great casting, man. But yeah, let me get your opinions on it, man. What's your takes on it?
So far, great casting. We knew that once Superman and Lois were casted, that everything else would be falling into place. So for them to pull Isabella to play Hawkgirl, I think that was a great move, especially with, like you said, she's 21 years old. So you know how I feel when it comes to uh, starting, whenever they're starting a new um, franchise, essentially, which they're doing when it comes to the DCU. Starting brand new, to have young talent on the set, just so that they'll be able to carry it for a little while. So starting off with Isabel is awesome. Going to 80 for Mr. Terrific, I like this dude. He was great as I think he did a very good job as first Darwin. So being able to bring Mr. Terrific onto the screen, it's going to be something serious, especially like just off of. Uh, that's one thing that they like to point out is how smart Mr. Terrific is. So going to be able to see uh, his smarts against the likes of Batman, Bruce Wayne, whenever they cast him for the DCU. So that's going to be fun. Uh, you have Anthony Kerrigan being able to be put on as a metamorpho. Uh, just being able to see him, this dude. he's been a consistent DC character. From the Flash, from this doing Rose and Flash, Gotham as well. So
Hmm.
I think he knows his footing around when it comes to doing the DC. So being able to do it on the big screen is huge. Like I said, at this point, it's just trusting in the magic of James Gunn, and then to roll it all together and being able to have Nathan for Guy Gardner. Ah. And I'm not sure if it was true. I just saw a little blurb. I forgot where I saw it. It could have been a comic book. That James Gunn said that he's going to have the bowl cut, the Guy Gardner bowl
Oh
cut.
man.
Yeah. So once I heard that, I was like, oh, this is going to be nice. It's just small details. Like I said, that's those were small details when it came to Henry Cavill as Superman. You know, he wanted the hair on him because that's how Superman would be as well. So it's just the small details. Being able to pay attention to the small details, I think, will help the movie immensely to hit the points, being able to allow for people to enjoy it, and to allow for the DC to be off and running for the new franchise. What you got?
As far as small detail, I think there's more for the fans.
Mm.
Because I don't think like like I said, I always use the example like your mom. I don't think she knew anything about Superman having chest hair or anything. I think that's just more for the fans. But nah, I was gonna bring him up next um, as the casting of Metamorpho.
Yeah,
Perfect casting in my opinion. He's a pretty good
yeah,
actor, like you said. He played in Barry. He did pretty good in Barry too. Um,
yeah,
Isabella as Hawk Girl, I did not see that coming. That came like way left field. Um, but I'm still cool with it. Like I said,
yeah,
she's not a little girl anymore. I know people think of her as like a little girl. She's definitely not a little girl. She's 21. She's
yeah.
an adult now. Um, and then of course, Mr. Terrific. That's a perfect casting. I just want to see James Gunn's take on Mr. Terrific, man, because um, I wasn't really huge on the Mr. Terrific and the CW shows, so that kind of turned me off a little bit. Of course, and then other mediums you seen him in was like in like the animated shows and movies and stuff. So this will probably be a better rendition of Mr. Terrific. Like you said, very intelligent. I don't know what number he is. I know like he's up there with like a Lex Luthor, like a Batman as one of the most intelligent characters in DC. But the main cast man was Nathan Fillion, man, as Guy Gardner. If you say he had a bowl cut, man, I can see him having a bowl cut because that's very James Gunnish.
Yeah,
Like we talked about it before, man. James Gunn is one of those guys, man. He is like entrenched in like geekness, man. Like he's just oozing in it. And we talked about
yeah,
it too when we found out he was taking over DC. We said he was definitely going to start highlighting more of the obscure characters that a lot of people don't know about, and he's showing it right here in this movie. Like nobody know, not a lot of people, unless you like into comics, nobody really knows about Metamorpho, right?
yeah,
So when I found out that news dropped, I was like, wow. I said he's really in his bag, man. That man is in his bag right now. So man, this now of course you got folks online
yeah.
that are already hating these moves. Now that was a Superman movie. Have we seen the trailer yet, cuz?
Nope, not
Have
one.
we seen any set photos?
Nope, not one.
Has anything been put on anything yet?
Nope, not one.
So why are you complaining? I don't understand people, man. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that rant. But like I said, I don't. Let's let the movie come out first before we start talking. Hey, this ain't gonna work. You don't even know what
Yeah,
his vision is. Like, and then
exactly.
on top of that, like, when do we start doubting James Gunn? What has he put out that's been trash? Like, come on, man. Like, anyway. But yeah, this is interesting, man. Like, and I think too, this also shows us that, and I think James Gunn touched on this. There ain't gonna be any origin stories because,
Yeah,
like, we're
uh,
going into this like we already know their heroes out there. Like, this isn't
yeah,
anything new. oh my god, who's this character? Let's build him up from the ground up. No, everybody it's gonna be automatically. Everybody's already know who's who. Everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's gonna build up a Justice League this way
Yeah,
too, because we already know these characters out there. So this is great, man. Um, I just hope that Nathan Fillion is not gonna be just like a one off type thing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I know, like Guy Gardner growing up, he was like the running joke. Everybody talks about that one punch that Batman gave him to knock them out. I just hope that like it's not like a one off thing. I hope he stays as Guy Gardner, man. Moving
yeah.
forward, like they do like a Green Lantern movie or whatever. Like he's in there as Guy Gardner.
That'd be dope.
Now I wonder too, with Guy Gardner being in like, and Nathan Fillion's a little older, right? I
Yeah,
wonder if they're gonna say that he was the Green Lantern first before Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Because I would imagine they'll go a little younger with those guys, like they're doing
yeah,
with Superman and Batman and the rest of them. I think they'll probably go a little younger with those guys. But you know, Hal Jordan, of course, in the comics was first.
yeah.
So I'm guessing because he's a little older, they'll say he's. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they do this. But we'll know that there are Green Lanterns out there now because they'll have Nathan Fillion in there as a Guy Gardner. So
Yeah.
yeah, you got anything else you want to add?
Nah, just excited that they're getting it. That they had a chance to start getting it together. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm just ready for them to start putting everything on film now. Start getting some trailers.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into your favorite subject, man. You was hyped about. Let's get into these Deadpool leaks, man. Listen.
Listen.
Also, too, this is just dropped too because it says Deadpool 3 officially stops production due to actor strike.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You're right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because they probably have to touch up on some things and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Of course, everybody already knows about this. Everybody knows. Um, Kind of give me your opinion on this whole thing, man. Wolverine in his comic book accurate suit. Finally get to see.
uh,
I don't know if he'll have the mask on. I'm hoping he has the mask on at one point, at
that
some
part.
point in the movie. But the
Yeah.
suit for sure is definitely giving geek vibes out here, man. So what's on your mind? What you think about?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well. That he dons the mask. That at this point he's just walking to the next fight, take the mask off just to not be like Deadpool. But him having the yellow suit, as soon as I saw it, it was like fantastic. Uh, been waiting for it, you know. He's been in just about every other color and every other suit that they could think of, but not the yellow suit. Which I wonder why they would do it that way, you know, uh, avoiding the yellow. When Hugh Jackman has been the only Wolverine on screen, and he's been doing it for over a decade. How is it that we don't have didn't get a yellow suit until now? Like, who's doing this? Who's in charge? Need to fix that. So I'm
You
just
know who
glad
in
that they,
charge now?
yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that they actually got it together and are planning to have him on screen with the yellow suit. I can't wait. I hope that he actually has it on for a while, if not like for the whole movie, instead of just like this scene and then bam, he changes. Like, nah, I need for you to be in it. I need you to fight in it. I need for you to be awesome. That's just what I need. What you got?
So for one, we've learned with Deadpool that in his movies, the characters are a little bit more comic book accurate. Remember, we
Hmm.
saw Colossus was look more like Colossus compared to the X-Men movies. Colossus,
Yeah,
right? We saw Juggernaut in Deadpool 2 was a lot
yeah,
more closer to Juggernaut in the comics than in X-Men Last Stand. So when you see Wolverine in his costume, he's a lot more closer to the comic than he was in the X-Men movies. So I wasn't really surprised by it. Uh, I was more surprised about the look. I would have liked for the sleeves to be gone, like have him like have no sleeves at all, just had like the
Oh yeah,
blue.
just
Yeah,
yeah,
that would have been like perfect. Like I'm not mad at what he got on. That's cool. I just
yeah,
would have did. It would have been really perfect, man, if he didn't have the sleeves in there. You would have been like, yo, that is Wolverine, man. We finally get to see him on screen,
yeah,
but because even Deadpool's suit kind of changed up a little bit too, man.
yeah.
Of course, for Marvel, because now Deadpool is officially under Marvel Studios now. So, because from what they're talking about with this movie too, man, like the synopsis of the movie, it's gonna be Deadpool and Wolverine dealing with the what's the time traveling from Loki
The
TSA, not
the
TSA.
Time Authority (TA).
Why am I
It's
blanking on it? Man, I hate when
time.
we do this in the morning. I'll be blanking.
Yeah, it's Time Authority. Time Authority. Time Authority.
Uh, why am I blanking? Thank you. Good. Look that up real quick. But yeah, um, that's what they're gonna be dealing with. Owen Wilson's supposed to be in the movie too. Of course, it's Morbius in the movie. So um, that's gonna be great, man. Like I can't wait. They said it's gonna kind of be like Loki,
Yeah,
the show Loki, where they have
TVA.
TVA. Thank you, bro. I don't know why I was
Yeah,
blanking
Time
on that.
Variance Authority.
Thank you. I don't know why I was gonna say TWA. I was like, what am I doing? But yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, TVA is gonna be in here, man. Supposedly,
that'd be fun.
what they're saying is, I think Magneto is gonna be the main villain. I think
Oh shit.
that's what I think they said. So because Ian
Yeah.
McKellen's supposed to be coming back too. So
Oh,
yeah, because
okay.
it's gonna be a play on. It's pretty much like following what happened with Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Remember when he got uh why am I blanking on his man's name? Cable. Jesus.
Yeah.
When he
Oh
got
yeah.
Cable time uh watch or whatever, and he was going back in time fixing everything.
Yeah.
Supposedly they're gonna play off of that, man. Like they're gonna go back and try to correct everything he messed up and stuff, and because he created a alternate timeline and all that stuff, doing all that, and you know how the TVA is. They gotta go back and correct
Yeah.
all that stuff. So that's why they're gonna be in here. But
Oh
yeah, supposed to get a lot of cameos too from Marvel characters too, like Doctor Strange and all that stuff. Supposedly,
yeah.
so yeah,
Really
man.
blowing the man.
But yeah, man. You got anything else you want to add?
Nah, that's just awesome though. If it happens the way that you're saying, that's what it's like with the TVA, them going through the multiverse to fix it. I like it.
Hmm.
I absolutely like it, and I just feel like they can pull this off really well. As because they've done so well with the Deadpool movie so far. So yeah, I have faith that they'll be able to pull this off too.
Yeah, I agree. I think, man, from what it sounded like, man, it sounded like it's going coming out great so far.
Yeah, it sounds like all they needed was a step back on the number of movies that they needed and to focus.
Exactly. But all right, cuz man, this coming up here is the main story we want to talk about. Well, not that one, but let me see. We want to talk about pretty much the new strike coming down, man. Hollywood shuts down as actors union votes to strike now. So all these strikes right now, man, are pretty much causing a major halt in Hollywood right now. I just read
Yeah.
a quote from Christopher Nolan, who said he's not going to be doing any other movies or shows or anything, any type of production or anything until all of this gets 100% squared away.
Oof.
Um, of course, I think we talked about a little bit of this before with the writers. The writers are kind of just wanting to fair pay, fair wages. We talked about that
Yeah.
before. And then the actors are pretty much striking. A lot of it have to do with the residuals.
Hmm.
Uh, that they're not getting due to a lot of times. Like I told my wife this morning, a lot of times it's because of the streaming. Streaming is becoming an
Hmm.
issue right now, man. So we talked about a issue with an actor and her pay because of streaming about 2 years ago in Scarlett Johansson. So
Yep.
A lot of this is affecting work right now, man. It's affecting production and stuff in Hollywood. A lot of the shows and movies you guys are looking forward to are now on hold right now,
Yep.
and it don't look like it's getting resolved anytime soon, man. From a lot of what we're hearing right now. So, let me get your opinion, man. What you got, man?
For me, like of course, support the people. Help that they're able to get their money. Hope that they're able to get this figured out. I, I like Bob Iger, CEO of Disney,
Hmm.
but the comments. Did you hear about his comments the other day?
I heard about him, but I didn't hear what he said.
So it was towards the strikes, of course. That he said that what the writer and actors guild are asking for are unrealistic. It's livable wages, residuals, what they've been getting forever. He said that they're unrealistic, and we talked about it before that just for the writers alone, just want a livable wage. The group of writers, what they're requesting is equivalent to what three studio heads make. That's incredible. All these writers in Hollywood are just asking for livable wages because, of course, for one thing, Hollywood is mad expensive being in LA, California. But just wanting livable wage. They're not trying to, uh, they're literally not trying to break the bank. They just want the bank to be available for them, to be able to pay their mortgage, be able to take care of their family. That's all they're asking for. For the actors, uh, so Matt Damon did a Hot Ones interview where he sit down eating the hot wings, and as he's going from each one, from one to the next, it's getting spicier. He talks about the change in Hollywood as far as the residuals. He says, like for him, he was able when he was coming up as far as an actor, they was able to create these obscure movies. They didn't have to be the uh, $1 billion movies. They could just be. It's just basically putting out a good film. That's all they had to do. And when it comes to the streaming services, that takes that away because you basically have to put out a large movie so that it can make it to the streaming service and it just keep getting played. But it takes away the DVD money. So because he put it, let's say that creating a movie have a certain budget, uh, he puts up 25K. That costs let's say it costs 25K, so he has to match that 25K. So now he's 50K in the hole. You have the movie theaters that you have to also
Get their directors
spend
on
money
that.
with. You have advertisement. You have all these things that you're paying for, which gets up to 100K. So now it's 4 times as much. So uh, so now the movie has to make 100K. I'm using small numbers just to make it easier. Now you got to use 100. Your movie has to make 100K just to break even, and then everything else is basically additional money to be able to deal with. You actually make money now and being able to take care of stuff, and they're not really able to do those small obscure movies, the creative movies. A lot of people say that Hollywood isn't creative anymore because they just keep making the same thing. But for them, it's hard for them to make original things because it might not make that much money. Uh, and it's I forgot the name of the show. I think it's like Asteroid or something on Disney Plus. Uh, it came out maybe let's say like a month ago. The numbers wasn't doing well, so Disney pulled it off of the streaming service. Right.
Hmm.
A lot of times, a lot of movies don't do well initially. It's just what it shows movies or whatever. It just don't do well, right? But after a while, it ends up becoming a cult classic. You know, I don't even. I think like Pulp Fiction didn't do great in the theaters, or some. It's been different movies that in history haven't done great in the theater, but then they end up becoming a cult classic. Just people getting the DVD, getting the VHS tape,
Hmm.
watching it, rewatching it, and it ends up just what, this is a really dope movie. I need and then everybody starts rewatching it again, see how great it actually is, and boom, we got ourselves a cult classic, and it's a ton of residuals that come with it. So with the streaming service, that's going away, and especially if it's not making the money that the studio wants it to make, they can just pull it, which I think is crazy. It should be able to stay up there. You got movies, you got streaming service like Netflix that's constantly rotating movies and shows in and out of its inventory, and that alone would I would expect to affect people's money as well. So I just think that, yeah, these strikes are paramount. They're really important, especially moving forward. You have these studio heads making the amount of money that they're making,
Hmm.
the writers, the actors missing out on that money, and then also missing out on the residuals where. You could actually typically with a when you get to when it comes to the residuals, you can actually take a pay cut up front and
Hmm.
just use you can get that money on the backside with the residuals because that can a lot of times end up carrying you. Yeah, it could be small here, checks here. But after a while, it start adding up. So I think, yeah, I hope that they'll be able to get that situated. Before I pass it back to you, real quick, there was one thing that the Hollywood studios were wanting to do
Hmm.
that the Screen Actor Guild had shared.
Hmm.
They wanted to use AI. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I think I was looking at something this morning talking about that, man. It was from Agent Coulson from
Yeah.
yeah, he mentioned that.
So, for those of you who don't know, Hollywood studios want to use AI on with the actors, so actors and actresses. So, what I'm talking about is they want to scan the background people, pay them that one time, and then now that they have a likeness, they can use them in other movies and shows and not pay them. Like, what sense does that make? Like this is literally what uh
Fran
college
Drescher.
students fought for.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say Fran Drescher was
Image
talking
and
about this.
likeness. Yeah. Like it's insane for them to think about this. Like that this is why they have to strike. Like craziness like that. Why would these people agree to that just to be paid once so that you can make millions of dollars consistently by using my likeness moving forward? No, that's craziness. Absolutely crazy. What you think about this madness?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Let me just get myself prepared here, man. About to go on a rant.
yeah,
Listen, man, I agree with what you said. This is this is why I think you had texted me the other day and was like, this is why I side with the working class, the writers.
yeah.
When this whole strike thing was kind of getting out of hand, and all these movies, I think you sent me something saying another movie production had stopped, and you was like, this is why I side with the writers. Listen, man, and I look, I like Bob Iger, man, and but Fran Drescher is completely right. He's tone
Yeah.
deaf. Like I just the part that I don't get, and this is not just Hollywood. This is like corporate America in general. I just never understood.
Mhm.
You need people like us for your company to stay afloat.
That part.
That's the part I never understood, cuz. You need us for your product to continue, and you treat us as if like we trash. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole strike thing. All you hit the nail on the head, but I'm gonna go a little bit further.
Mhm.
You talked about the fact that these people are asking for livable wages. So I don't know if you heard the news too about what the studio side of this whole strike thing was going to do. Their
Uh,
strategy.
yeah,
They're
waiting
going
them
to
out.
wait. Yeah, they're going to wait out the writers because they know that the writers are going to starve themselves because they don't have the money.
Hmm.
Listen to that strategy again. What I just said. You're going to wait them out and starve them so they can come back to the negotiation tables and take whatever you offer. That right there, because matter of fact, you know when they said they think it's gonna happen by
Hmm.
December. Now, cuz listen to me. If that's your strategy, that tells you everything right there.
It
That means
is.
that they're not getting paid a livable wage. If you're telling me that they're
Yeah,
going to starve themselves out by December, that's your strategy. That means you know that they don't have a livable wage.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You're telling on yourself right there. That's the part I don't like. Like, listen, man. You know how we are. Look, we in the movies every weekend.
yeah,
New show. We look, look. If them not them going on strike and fighting to get what they deserve is gonna cost me a movie and a TV show, that's fine.
yeah.
I'll find something else to do. Like this is ridiculous, man. These people have to beg to matter of fact, like you just said, Hollywood, man. LA is one of the most expensive places to live, man. And I gotta
Yeah.
beg you to give me something that I can actually live off of. Like this is ridiculous, man. And for you to, like I said, for these $1 million, billion, million or whatever CEOs like Bob Iger and them to be coming out here making certain comments and stuff like that. I bet you Bob Iger's not missing no meals.
Nope.
I bet he's not wondering where his next meal coming from. You living comfortably in some $25 million mansion or somewhere on a hill somewhere, so you're good, right? But the thing is, these people like us who they don't have that option. You know what I'm saying? And y'all sitting there being selfish, man. That kills me, bro. That kills me. We talked about this. What was it? Like I said, 2 years ago, or whenever Black Widow came out, we talked about this with Disney,
Yeah,
and we talked about the fact that they were sitting there trying to hold her home on her money or whatever. And like you said, the streaming services, I didn't think about this until I thought about that situation with her.
yeah,
Because my wife was like, why is the streaming service thing so bad? And that's when I kind of it thought it hit me. That's what cost. Matter of fact, that's what the two examples. That's what cost Scarlett Johansson her money. Remember they had the whole lawsuit behind that, right? The
yeah,
fact that she gets most of her money due off based off of what the movie does in the theater. If you're taking most of that and putting it on streaming, I don't get that money.
yeah,
There's nothing in my contract saying, "Hey, man, I get a certain amount of portion, a certain portion, depending on how many subscriptions they get off the movie that I made or whatever." Right?
yeah.
So that was hurting them on their residual parts. And then you remember, like 2 years ago, the old CEO of Warner Brothers was putting all their movies
Oh,
on
yeah.
in the
During
movie
that
theaters and on
pandemic.
streaming. It was killing them. Remember, they had all
Yeah.
those actors, writers, producers, directors were coming
Hmm.
out and just slamming Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, where is Christopher Nolan at? Cause that's why he left.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers trying to get him back with the new CEO. He's trying to get him back over there. But yeah, that's why he left. That's one of the reasons why he left because of that whole mess. Like, bro, no, you're not gonna do my movies like this, man. Because people
Yeah.
know you don't get the same residuals. You don't get the same pay from your streaming. You don't. There's no way to. There's no analytical way that you can calculate what you've earned off of the streaming part.
Yeah.
Because basically, those studios make money off of subscriptions. Now, I don't know how
Hmm.
many times you watch that show. That's why you see them pushing the streaming services so much. They don't push shows; they push streaming services.
Yeah.
Hey, get this Max. Hey, get this Disney Plus. Hey, get this Netflix. Hey, get this Hulu. They're doing that
Yeah.
because they make their money off of the subscriptions. Whenever you see certain numbers come out about these different streaming services, it's their subscribers. That's what they focus on. Now, how am I supposed to know if my movie is the reason why you got 5 extra subscribers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't get paid off of that. I can get paid off of the box office numbers. I can get
Yeah.
paid off of the subscription numbers. Because you got a ton of other movies and shows on there. So any one of those ton of movies and shows could have been the reason why you got those 5 extra subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, man, this is a big mess.
Yeah.
A lot of production is being halted. Like I said, we just found out Deadpool got halted. The Blade movie got halted.
Yeah.
It was another one I was just saw. Crap, it was another movie I just saw that got halted. But Deadpool, I said Deadpool, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, like this is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
It just shows the true greed. Now, and this is another thing, like you just said, they're asking for at least a third of what a studio head makes. That's all they're asking for.
Yeah.
Cause these studios make movies that are upwards of like $300 million, bro. You can spend money on a movie for $300 million, and guess what? A lot of times, like right recently, you're losing money.
Yeah.
So I gotta make sure I'm getting this right. Now, maybe you can help me kind of figure this out because I dropped out of school in second grade. So you telling me it's cool you make these matter of fact, let's use an example. Let's go ahead and use an example. Black Adam made $400 million.
Mhm.
It costs about we can do Justice League. Justice League made about what 600 million.
Yeah.
It cost them almost 350 million to make the movie,
Mm-hmm.
which means you lost money. You lost money. Black Adam 2, 400 million. They made the movie about 250. You lost money. So it's cool for you to do that. Throw away money that way, than to give that money, some of that money, to the people. Because
Mm-hmm.
listen, there is no reason why. I don't care if it's a comic book movie, right? There's no reason for a movie that costs you 350 million to make.
Yeah.
That right there also affects how much you pay for at the movie theaters with the tickets.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that. All that stuff affects us, but they don't care because we just keep giving them the money, just keep giving them the money.
Yep.
And people they brainwash folks to think like, oh man, if it's 350 million, that means we're gonna be great.
Yeah.
Do you know how much people have? How much that money is not going into the people who deserve his pockets? You making a $350 million movie, and the writers are her begging for a livable wage, cause that makes absolutely no sense. So yes, I'm 1,000,000% with you. I don't care if the writers don't get this done all year. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'll live. I mean, I don't have to. I mean, there's enough movies and stuff out there. You can watch old movies and stuff until this get resolved. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like this is, I feel for these people, man. I feel for them. This is ridiculous, man. Like this right here just show you how cold hearted this country is, man. When it comes to just the working class, man.
Yeah.
These people rather than it's just so much greed, man. This just don't make no sense to me, bro. But anyway, I'm off my soapbox. It kind of irked me, man, when I seen this.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
trust me, same. Got me
yeah,
too.
like back to the AI thing you were talking about. Fran Drescher kind of addressed this on one of her heartfelt, like just real passionate speeches, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I heard Matt Damon talking about it a little bit. Like that just goes to show you the amount of greed, man, that's out
Yeah.
there. Instead of you paying these people, we can just scan you and just continue to keep using you without your permission.
Yeah. It's insane.
I'm continuing to keep making money off of you, so I'm good. I just need you that one time.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I really don't. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to add with this?
Nah, I did my soapbox. That's why I wanted to get all mine out the way because I knew you're going to end up being the same way. So I'm good. as we're
Yeah,
probably going to end up talking more about it next week as well.
probably because as it goes further along, we're getting more and more news. Like I said,
Yep.
this is just man, and this kind of just make you look at Hollywood in a different light, man.
Yep.
It's just the greed and selfishness, man. Just oozing within
Everywhere.
everywhere, man. It's just crazy to me. But yeah, uh, that's pretty much it, man. Let's go ahead and let everybody know, man, what you watching, man. What's going on?
Me and the wife just finished the final season of Never Have I Ever. It's the Mindy Kaling show with the coming of age Indian high schooler. Great show. Absolutely loved it. The send off was perfect. Mindy is such a great writer when it comes to TV shows. Haven't started Jack Ryan yet. I saw it. The final episode has dropped, so the full season is out. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. But it's gonna be it's gonna be such a great watch with that one. But and then still have The Witcher and Black Mirror to get into. The Always Sunny as well. So I've been lacking, but like y'all saw last week, I was out. Me and the wife was outside. We was up in Toronto with Beyonce, so it happens. But it's so much great TV because there's such great writers and actors as well. But one thing that I thought about, if it does take a while, going to get more into start reading more comics again.
Yeah,
They dropped a new Spider Verse comic. It's like five, believe, five of these. When it comes to the storyline. That definitely is dope. This is where I'm starting with Jackson. I'm a we have read to the little one to get him into comics. 'Cause since Old Man Logan, it's not really kid friendly.
what?
But when it comes to Miles Morales, I think he'll really enjoy that one. Then also had a couple weeks ago had finally put it together. The Thanos gauntlet
And
with
don't
the
just don't
Lego.
snap nobody, man. Just
Yeah,
don't snap
I try not
quick.
to. Finally had put it together. It was so fun.
Yeah, I
Just
saw
being
you
able
posted it on
to.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's so fun. Just being able to sit down and actually have time to put it together. Uh, so that one I just put together. The next one that I'm planning to do is Singapore Lego box, Lego kit. This
Oh, let me see what it is.
Singapore.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the next one that I do. Like I said, I just really enjoy being able to sit down and do Legos. To me, it's just calming, just sitting at the desk doing it. So that's what my plan is over the next basically months is more reading with the comics, some Legos as well, just to be able to pass the time, especially with the writers and actors are striking. So, what you got going? What you watching?
Main two I've really been watching is Secret Wars and I'm sorry, Secret Answer, Secret Wars. I wish I was watching Secret Wars,
Yeah.
Secret Invasion, and My Adventure with Superman.
Yeah, I've been watching that too. I forgot all about it. I've been watching
Yeah,
that
I just
too.
hate I gotta wait till Fridays to watch it, man. I mean, I can watch them on Thursdays. I guess it's
You
easier
want to
because we
sit?
so used to the apps. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it'd be easier that way for me. But yeah, those are really the main two. Of course, I just have been watching a lot of Summer League and stuff because of my other channel.
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much all I've been watching. We've been going to the movies. Somebody didn't see Mission Impossible.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be ready next
Only
week.
reason why,
I
man.
got
Only
my
reason why I
ticket.
saw it Thursday because your cousin hit me up and was bragging that she seen it before I did. So
Oh yeah.
like, yeah, let me just go ahead and catch this real quick. She thinks it's a game out here in these streets.
It
Uh,
was out in Toronto too.
oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Mrs. Hot Toronto.
yeah.
Uh,
we saw. I forgot which movie it was, but we did. We have seen a movie in Canada. It was a MCU movie in Vancouver. I forgot which one it was. It was pretty cool.
That's what's up. But yeah, let's see. Other than that, man, I think that's the only thing I'm pretty much watching. I'm trying to think what else comes out. So me and my wife are going to go see Insidious today. The new
Hmm.
Insidious. Um, she likes scary movies, but she thinks she likes them better during the day. Uh, so we was gonna see it last night, but I had some other shows I had to do. So, but yeah, man, like I said, that's pretty much the main two things I've been watching. Um, Secret Invasion is not bad. It isn't super great. I know I didn't get to see exactly what Bob Iger said. He's been kind of commenting on the DCU. I'm sorry, not DCU, the MCU. He shouldn't be commenting on DCU.
Yeah.
He commented on the MCU, man, and kind of just the quality and everything like that. He's saying, I think he said something about like the shows are killing the quality of the MCU or something. Like, listen, man, you can make a good show, bro. Like, I don't
Yeah.
just because it's a show does not mean it's bad. It's a bad thing. We've seen a bunch of great shows.
Exactly.
Uh, you said HBO.
They
So it
know
can,
how to put out great
yeah,
shows.
it's exactly like they put a lot into and supposedly you put a movie budget into these shows, right? So,
Hmm.
or so that's what they used to, I guess. That's what they first starting off with. But HBO puts a certain high quality budget into the shows. You know what I'm saying? So, and their shows are pretty good. So
Yeah.
you can make the shows like better quality and all that stuff, man. It's like that. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I guess are the shows like the best shows of all time? No. Matter of fact, I don't even think it's a show that I went back and watched. I watched Moon Knight because I thought maybe I was because you know how I felt about the movie, about the show, whatever. So I went back to watch it
Yeah.
again and see if it was me. Yeah, I never didn't like the show after I seen it the second time. Um, I went back and rewatched the Daredevil episode of She Hulk because that's like my favorite. Daredevil one of my favorite characters. So
I've rewatched this series.
yeah. So like I said, other than that, Ahsoka trailer came out
Oh
and
yes.
it looks good. It
Yep.
looks good. Now
It
all the rest of them look good too because I was getting
does.
hyped when I seen the trailer. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be good. I just stopped. I said, but Boba Fett looked good.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian season 3 looked good. What was another show that
Yeah.
came out? What's another show that came out?
Obi-Wan.
Oh man, didn't Obi-Wan trailer look good?
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta wait to see the show. But from trailers, it looked like a movie. Looked good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much all I got. You got anything else you want to add?
No, man. Oppenheimer and Barbie drops next week.
I don't know why I thought they
Gonna
dropped this week.
well, see that's what threw us off. So it was Mission Impossible this week,
Dropping
and
off on
then
Wednesday.
Oppenheimer, yeah, and then Oppenheimer and Barbie drops next week together. So
Yeah, you gotta watch Mission Impossible, man.
yeah, oh, I can't wait. That's I've I've seen all of them, and other than this newest one, um, I think the only one I didn't see in theater was the first one. I was really young,
Yeah,
so
I didn't
outside
see the
of
first. Did I see it? Did I see the first one in the movies?
I don't think
I don't
I
think I did
didn't.
either. We were young. Well,
Yeah,
when did it come out? Were we that
uh,
young?
yeah. This was like '90s, like
Hold on.
or
Yeah,
early
definitely.
2000s.
Yeah,
Like
Tom
it
Cruise
was,
was young.
yeah, '96, yeah,
Oh,
'96,
okay.
2000, 2006.
That was 96.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was 10, so I didn't see that one in the theater. But the rest of them, yeah, I do believe I've seen
Yeah,
and
okay. So I
gone
know I
in the
didn't.
theater.
I don't think. Yeah, we didn't go to movie theaters then. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, I
not
saw
like we
Mission
do now.
Impossible 2 in the theater though. I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I did see that one in the movie theater. I didn't see the first one. Okay.
yeah,
Um, but yeah. Yes, my wife
So
like one of her favorite like franchise. She loved Mission Impossible.
yeah, same. So yeah, I have to see this one in theater. It's a must. So when we get done with this, that's what I'm doing. Bypassing sleep and gonna go see that.
Yeah,
So
stay up and go, man. Stay up and go.
yeah,
I'm about to. Well, we about to go get breakfast and then go watching CDs
yeah,
during the day.
awesome. Yeah, that.
But yeah, man. I think that's gonna probably do it for us, man. You got anything else you want to add?
Nah, that's all I got.
All right, man. Listen, guys. With the boys, man. Like I said, we again. Let me turn that down. That's kind of loud. I know. Listen, man. We'll be back here next Saturday, man. Hopefully, cuz we'll have seen the Mission Impossible. We'll kind of do like a little spoiler, like a small spoiler review on that, man. Plus others news that came out that week.
Yeah,
So we hope you guys will join us and geek out with your boys. Other than that, man, I think we're done, man. It's your boy Ref.
it's your boy Will.
And we'll catch you again, guys. Stay geeked. And don't be afraid no ghosts. And we out.